step-by-step, clear explanation of the latest Epstein files news, what these files are, why they're in the headlines, and who is connected or mentioned, based on the most recent verified reports from news outlets and official documents. Latest major Epstein files news and revelations. Former French Minister Lang resigns from Arab World Institute over Epstein. Ties Reuters former French Minister Lang resigns from Arab World Institute over Epstein. Ties today Putin named over 1,000 times in Epstein files. What emails reveal the Times of India? Putin named over 1,000 times in Epstein files. What emails reveal today? Epstein revelations have toppled top figures in Europe while US fallout is more muted. AP News. Epstein revelations have toppled top figures in Europe while US fallout is more muted. Today, what have we learned from the newly released Epstein files? The Guardian. What have we learned from the newly released Epstein files? 5 days ago, Bill Clinton says he's called for the full release of the Epstein files, but it's still not enough for republicanspeople.com. Bill Clinton says he's called for the full release of the Epstein files, but it's still not enough for Republicans. Today, Department of Justice is reviewing over 5.2 million Jeffrey Epstein files. PBS. Department of Justice is reviewing over 5.2 million Jeffrey Epstein files. January 8th, 2026. 1. What are the Epstein files? The term Epstein files refers to millions of pages of documents, emails, reports, photos, flight logs, and other investigative material linked to Jeffrey Epstein, a U.S. financier who was a convicted sex offender and alleged sex trafficker. These files were held by U.S. authorities for many years. In January 2026, the U.S. Department of Justice released about 3.5 million pages of these records under a law called the Epstein Files Transparency Act, making them public for the first time, with redactions to protect victims and ongoing investigations. 2. Why is this a big deal? Epstein died in prison in 2019 before he could stand trial on sex trafficking charges. For years, many documents were sealed, leading to public pressure for full disclosure. The recent dump is one of the largest releases ever, containing emails, images, logs, and correspondence with countless people. While many names appear, appearing in the files does not automatically mean someone committed a crime. It often means they were in contact, referenced in photos, emails, or flight logs. 3. Major figures mentioned or connected here are some of the high-profile people whose names, communications, or connections appear in the records, without implying legal guilt unless otherwise noted. Political figures and leaders. Bill Clinton appears in photos released and has testified to committees. He denies wrongdoing. Donald Trump, mentioned in older flight logs and records of Epstein's jet flights in the 1990s. John Phelan, U.S. Navy Secretary in the Trump administration, linked through Epstein's flight logs for trips in 2006. Mandelson, former UK Cabinet Minister, and Peter Mandelson, former UK Cabinet Minister and Ambassador, United Kingdom. Peter Mandelson, former UK Cabinet Minister and Ambassador. Latest files suggest he forwarded government communications to Epstein, causing political outcry and possible legal scrutiny. France Jack Lang, former culture minister who resigned from the Arab World Institute after thousands of mentions in files and another financial investigation. Russia Vladimir Putin. His name appears over 1,000 times in the documents, for example, visa requests and outreach involving Kremlin figures. Though this doesn't prove wrongdoing, royals and public figures. Prince Andrew, royal figure connected through older litigation and settlements related to Epstein's abuse network. Business and tech verified reports, news releases, and investigative stories have also shown Anil Ambani, Indian businessman, emails show contact with Epstein. Indian government has denied claims. Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn co-founder, correspondence appears in records with Epstein. Early investment links to Coinbase include Epstein, but no crimes alleged against founders in the files. Other associations, many files include communications, contacts, and meetings involving diplomats, technocrats, and wealthy figures, but many are not accused of any crime. 4. Real impacts. Right now, news as of today, resignations and investigations. In Europe, several officials have resigned or are under investigation because of connections shown in Epstein files. For example, Jack Lang. Multiple governments launched official inquiries after the records came out. Political controversy. In the US, lawmakers are demanding full transparency. Bill Clinton has pushed for hearings to be public. 5. Important clarifications. Being mentioned not equal to guilt. Just because someone appears in a document, email, or photo doesn't mean they were involved in criminal activity. It could mean they met Epstein socially, for business, asked for help, or were referenced in correspondence. Many files are redacted, victim identities are protected, and some sensitive material was withheld. Raw data versus verified facts. Some rumors on social media exaggerate what's in the files. Official releases